it helps you kind of get an understanding of what it's all about and what it takes, and yeah, it's nice to get a chance. I think you just learn, and your experience just helps you a lot. Having been in those moments, having been in those games, and not being able to finish it yet. I think that's what drives us, right? So yeah, we're excited to get another crack at it. Yeah, like I said, just the maturity factor of it, the experience of having been through the travel, the media attention, all those things. Knowing what it's all about, knowing the details that go into a game, and it's exciting to having worked ourselves back into this situation for both sides, and yeah, we're excited to get going. I think a little bit more patient. We're more patient and more trusting in our game, and I think we seem to have a understanding of when to pounce and when to do the right moves and make the right plays and the plays that are needed in certain moments, and just maturity, a little bit more mature in those moments. I think that's something that I thought we've done a really good job of so far.
Leon, just building off of what we talked about patience, I want to ask about the acquisitions of Wallman and Finger. Just as an example, your whole team's been playing a lot faster because you guys can move the puck. When you guys are patient, are you guys able to be a little bit more patient because you know you have that skill set, that speed, whenever an opportunity does present itself?
Yeah, I would say that our puck movement back there is probably better than it was last year, and that's no knock on Cody or Vinny. They were amazing. I mean, we almost won it, and they did a heck of a job. But I think our team's just built a little bit different. The puck movement, I think, is one of our strong suits now, and it lets forwards, be a little bit more free sometimes on the offensive side of things, because there's a factor of trust, of our guys back there breaking the puck out, and yeah, they've been great. Yeah, it was a different situation for sure. The last couple of years, we've always had our team set. We've always been very healthy going into the playoffs, and everybody kind of knew their roles. And this year it was obviously different with Kaner coming back, not having played, Freddie being hurt, not having played in a while, Connor, myself, Highmore. There's lots of guys that haven't played in a while, so it took us a little bit of time to obviously understand what we are, but I think we did a really good job figuring out as to what we are as a team as quickly as we could.
Leon, you, Darnell, and Connor have been together for about 10 years. To go to the second straight Stanley Cup Final with those guys in particular, does that make it extra special?
Yeah, I mean they're my best friends. We've been through a lot of bad years, a lot of tough times here. And now a lot of good times as well, and obviously our dream, our goal is to finish this off now, and hopefully we can do it for, most importantly, for ourselves, but for the people of Edmonton, the fan base, the organization. They live with us, and the passion is just it feels different around here. So yeah, we're excited to get another crack at it. Yeah, I think he just brings a sense of calmness each and every day, right? He obviously loves the game, and he's got so much passion and so much still left in the tank and so much to give. But I think he brings a sense of calmness and experience to our group that you can rely on in those moments. And obviously on the ice he performs. That's what he does. He's done it all his life, and it's no different seemingly at 40 than it was at 30 or 25. So very fortunate to have him. I don't know. I think Stewie has always been a really good goalie. Does he have a bad night every once in a while? Yes, I have a bad night. Connor has a bad night. Every player has a bad night every once in a while. The one thing about Stewie that I've always really admired is his ability to bounce back. He's always a goalie that when he has an off night, his next game is going to be good. And that's a really good characteristic to have in any player, but I think especially a goalie. So we got full trust in him, of course. He's been great for us all season. If it's harder, I don't know if it's harder. I've never played goalie, luckily, for everyone involved. but I'm not sure. But he does a really good job of it.
Stewart has said he thinks that's the story of the Oilers, a team that gets knocked down in all these kinds of ways to get back up. What do you think it is about this team that you do always get back up and not kind of submit to the feeling of
Sorry. Yeah, I mean, I think that's something that we've created internally over the last couple of years. Nobody's going to make their way through Stanley Cup winning 16 games straight, and there's not a moment where you're down in the series or you're chasing. And so you got to be comfortable in these situations, and I think we have been in those situations in the last couple of years, and we've done a really good job of being comfortable in it and being okay with it, but also responding to it and responding in the right way. So you don't want to be in those situations all the time. You don't want to be down 2-0, 3-0 in a series over and over again. But sometimes you are in those moments, and it's all about how you respond. That next one is big, and I think we've mastered at understanding and prioritizing that. Yeah, it's everything to us, especially the way we started. It wasn't easy. There's some tough years that we had, and to be able to start the Stanley Cup Final on home ice, you can just feel a buzz in the city, and these people deserve it. They've waited a long time for this, and obviously to us, it's all about finishing it. You never really wipe something like that. I think until you really get over that hump and finish it, it's going to stick with me forever. But you got to try and pull the positives out of it, right? We gave ourselves a chance. We played in the biggest game in hockey that you can probably play in, and the experience is very valuable. So yeah, sorry, what was the second part? I don't know. I don't believe in that. No matter what team we would have faced, it's the same feeling. We want to win. They want to win, and it's two really good teams going at it. It's cool. I think the story is better for you guys that it's the two same teams going at it. But I think for us, it doesn't matter. We're preparing for a really good hockey team, and we're going to try to beat them.
Connor grows up in Canada, Stanley Cup's everything here. Growing up watching since he was a little boy. I would ask you, growing up in Cologne, Germany, when did the Stanley Cup when did it come onto your radar?
I mean, when I was young too. I think you're not exposed to it as much as over here in Canada. Obviously, it's not made as big of a deal back home. But with time, you start to understand what it's all about, and with experience, you start to understand the feeling of how much it means to people, to us, and so, yep.
You know Connor probably better than anybody. What do you think it means to him? He's grown up with this thing. I don't know, I wouldn't call it a burden, but it's certainly been an expectation since he was a young age. What do you think it all means to him, chatting with him?
I think it's everything he's ever dreamed of. It's everything that he ever put his work in for, that he grinds for, that he plays through injuries for, and yeah, I mean, it means everything to all of us. Obviously, he has the, like you said, I don't know if you want to call it a burden, but being the face of this franchise, of a Canadian franchise, and yeah, he wears it and he embraces it, and it's what makes him special.